Alright, we are back with a set with Troy. This is Troy's set. I did rock a different team because the reason I used this team instead of my blue cube teams because I didn't want to mix Troy to death. I wanted to teach him about neutral a little bit better, and so that's why I went with this. And this team is no mix, high damage, but a very good nooch. The fuck is parked in front of my house? The fuck? Anyway. So once again, same thing we did with Tony. We're going to go over the good, the bad, and any patterns that we can help fix, or at least recognize so we can at least know what to look out for in the future games. So you can kind of see what I did with Tony already, which is that slow jump forward. Like I know he's. Like you're playing Frieza and you're covering the screen with a lot of assists, so that's actually slowing down my approach. You can see it actually got me hit. So what you were doing there was good. Whatever you can to keep space, because Frieza it should be one of the barricades in the game at keeping space. That's pretty much what all that he's good at these days. Nice super dash. I decided to play a lot more passive instead of a lot more aggressive, mainly because I don't like trying to play aggressive against Frieza, because he's really difficult to kind of just like run up against. But also just to see how what you do when you fight a really passive opponent in the neutral. And you almost did what I did against Tony, which like the slow walk down. You just kind of sped it up a little bit. Ooh, he could have punished faster than that. He should have punished faster than that. But just want you to see me whip that air button. Okay, you notice I think I only got hit by that command grab about 3 times in our entire set. Like 3, maybe 4 times. But don't worry, we're gonna go over a way for you to change that up soon. Just like we're talking, we're gonna go into like a little supplemental video. Okay, so I think you did that like 3 or 4 times in our set. But if you tag someone out mid-screen, don't just jump up, do the Dragon Rush. That'll get a few people slipping, but it'll rarely work after that because they can backdash, jump, or just press a button to get out of it. Instead, just dash, then jump, then medium, light, heavy. That if you do it correctly, you should be able to stop them from vanishing. And say they decide to not do anything. Say they don't do anything, they just block. You'll end up with a true block string all the way to the ground so you can continue your pressure afterwards. Or if they decide to get hit, say you stop them pressing a button, you can just go from the medium light and do a down heavy into a super dash to just go ahead and convert off of that combo. Oh, don't forget to make your 2H's safe. You can make it safe in really a plethora of ways in this game. You can super dash. I would not recommend that one. You can vanish. I kind of recommend that one because it is a waste of meter, but depending on how fast you do it, that's a true block string. You can call an assist. I would recommend that. You can do a Kamehameha like I do. I recommend that as well, although that can be reflected. Or you can do his flurry kicks, which is the down back light. The down back light is a true block string. So that's probably what I would work on first. Whenever you 2H with Goku and they block it, do 2H into down back light. So you can do the flurry kicks. And one of the ways you can start to improve on your reactions from hit confirms is to set the dummy to block randomly. So where it says guard, you just put random and then 2H. If they block, cancel into the down back light. If they get hit, super dash right afterwards. It's very hard. Well, it's not very hard, but it can take some time to get used to. But practice that over and over and over again, and your hit confirms overall will be much better, and reaction time will be much better as well. And also, do be careful with using that EX fist. I used to use it all the time, but that can get stuck by just about anything in this game. Like literally just about anything. Lights, key blasts, heavies, supers, if you name it, it can get stuck. It can stuff it. Okay. So you see, I'm going back to playing the range game with Trunks. Now Frieza, no, you actually have two people. Actually, you have three people who can kind of match the range game with Trunks, with Frieza, Goku, and Broly. Both are very, all three are very good zoners and very good at long range. Frieza's not that good close range, but it's very good in the mid to long range. While Goku is okay close. He's good mid, but he's great long, and Broly's is kind of good in all three spots. So what you want to focus on with your team is, in fact, the spacing, because none of your characters except for Broly are amazing up close. They work better from the mid screen and the long screen slash full screen. So that's something I would begin to work on, to see what kind of stuff you can do from long distance and from mid distance. Either just straight poke or some sort of way that you can force the enemy to block as you force your way inside. Now, I can take a quick and dirty way right now is to use Broly and use his lariat covered by the beam. And usually the lariat is minus, but if you use a beam to cover it, you'll become plus. And the next thing you know, you're inside with Broly, and that's bad news bears. And we'll go over what to do later with Broly. Now, what I was doing right here, I purposefully spammed the consecutive ki blast, and I told you what to do. It looks intimidating, and if you're already blocking it, you can't do anything to get out of it except for guard cancel. But no, if you're not blocking it, no, this is just a bunch of weak ki blasts. You can super dash right through this, or if you have an ability like Broly's lariat that can go through weak ki blast, or even Broly's standing ki blast, you can power right through it. So don't even give a fuck. There you go. I think I did that about 2 or 3 more times before we finally got the hang of it. Okay. Now I think you said you were having trouble with it because of your pad, but do try to work on the angled beams. Remember, you can just it doesn't matter which direction you hold, as long as you hold up or down, it will automatically angle it for you. So even if you're on the ground, if you want to angle it up, you can hold down and it'll go up. Or if you're in the air, if you hold up, it'll go down. Just hold any direction you want, it'll automatically angle it for you. If that makes it easier for you. Alright, now we're on to Frieza, the final character. We kind of just kind of scooted over that comeback real quick. There you go. Into level 3. Now Frieza, despite what I said in Tony's segment about the level 3 mid-screen, you don't really want to use Frieza's level 3 mid-screen unless you want to go Golden Frieza, because it's not that good mid-screen. It's good in the corner, but since they recover so quick, you can't do much in mid-screen. If you do it in the corner, you can catch people slipping, but mid-screen not so much, because they'll just recover way too fast. You can't really do much from it. And that, so don't forget, whenever is usually after Super Dash, I want to work on jumping upwards. You never just want to go down. If you're mid-screen, you can practice backdashing afterwards, or double jumping up. Because if you don't do either of those, you'll usually get hit by something like a 2M or a 2H or any other special move. So that's a very important piece of movement. Your movement has definitely improved, but that's a very, very important piece that you do not want to overlook, is to look at your options after a super dash. All right, and that's the end of game 1. Now we're gonna move on over to game 2.